The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi folks, Basil Chapman on this Thursday, 9/11. Need we say any more? We got the Dow up. Let me show you this quickly because this is going to be very important. This is going to be a two-click session in the 10-minute chart of the E-mini. Look, we had that huge, unbelievable volatility at 8:30. I mean, we had a high of around about 65, 64-ish, and a low of 65.35. I mean, that just in one space, well, actually was really more like a minute or two. And then what happens, it pushed higher and higher, and then the 9-period moving average crossed positive. This is now leg B. Is this going to be a two-click session in the sense that the 10-minute chart, it could do it very quickly, but maybe it takes all day to just keep going with that green 9-period moving average still positive? It is only leg B. It should go, it's got a buy mode in place. It should go to a leg C, and then a peak C, and then a leg D, and a peak D at least. And it's only a leg C in the 5-minute chart, and the 1-minute chart is just recycled very nicely. Look at that green 9-period moving average gave a really nice entry. I unfortunately, when I was about to do the news, I thought, all right, I want my mind mixed up here. I got out, but it really should have been a two-click session. Just stay there as long as possible. All right, forget that. Let's go to this. We've got the gold. I'm showing you the GDX here, making a leg D at an all-time high above the 66.98. September of 2011 high. Let me just go there, squeeze this for a moment. I'd like to just look at it because I had a couple of questions. I remember it went higher than that. Did it go higher than that? You know, I've lost the data for some reason. Should I mess up this chart? No, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go copy window, click, and paste. And this one I can mess up. In fact, I'm going to erase it as soon as I'm done. So let me go here, and I'm going to go to the chart, and I'm going to say, just click somewhere nice and clean there. And I'm going to go there, and look what I'm doing. This is in TradeStation. So I'm going to go click. This takes me to the format that it's in, right? Oops, is it coming up? Hello, anybody home? What happened? I hope I haven't messed up something. All right, try it again one more time. Oh, I know what to do. There we go. Settings. So I'm going to go back 20 years. I'm just for now, just on this particular chart, I'm going to go 50 years back. Let's see what happens. Oh. No, it's one. Yeah, I remember this. That TradeStation lopped off. I don't know why. It's just data, for goodness sake. They lopped off a whole bunch of data. I don't have the 1920s data. I've got it. Thank God, I've got it on file. But I don't think I could get it as a new. Let me just see. Let's go back 50 years. Let's go to the Dow INDU and just see on this particular chart. Oh, that does go back. Okay, let's go back. Let's not waste time. So what I'm going to do here is I don't have that data for the... is that the chart? Yes. All right, let's get rid of that chart. Click. I don't like to do this. Okay, good. Gone. Whew. I survived. Okay, let's get back to our story. Let me just do this again. INDU, the Dow is trading up $455. Yesterday it looked lousy. This is the new leg C. It should go to a peak C. That means if tomorrow has a lower high than today, that'll make a peak C. Then on Monday we can go to a leg D. And then I think we've got to be... I think going into the Fed thing, there's going to be a little nervousness. Just exactly what it does, I'll only know by the end of the day. Maybe going into tomorrow, I'll have a better sense. But right now, this is becoming a little bit more selective, the moves to the upside. I do want to show you that the S&P has gone to an all-time high. You've got the Dow at an all-time high. You've got the S&P at an all-time high at 65, 67, up 34. Leg E. This all fits together. Leg E in the weekly chart. I want to go to the QQQ all-time high. Yes. All-time high by a penny. Well, 583.85. 583.77, 8 cents. Yep, the leg D, good. Leg C in the weekly chart, all-time high. So this is QQQ 583.07, up 2.41. I do want to go to the IWM because it was having a very nice move. Look at this. The S&P is up 0.57. The Dow's up 1.04%. And the QQQ is up 0.44. The IWM, though, is up 1.03, matching the Dow at 238.87, up 242. Oh, this is so good. This is indicating that there's a chance that next week we're going to get really close to the all-time high of 244. Wait a minute. See, you cannot forget. I always forget. Now I'm back. Okay, there you are. Here's the IWM on the monthly chart. Look at this beautiful cup formation right there. And what we're looking at is the all-time high of 244.98 in November of 2025 and 244.46 or something like that in November of 2021. Oh, my, this is really fascinating. What a nice, this is a leg A. Just one leg in a monthly chart from the 170 area to 238 in the, and it's a gray A because if it goes above 244.98, I have to say E/whatever notation is. All right, very good action. Now, I just quickly want to do this, and then we've got other things to do. SMHs, all-time high of 304.04 right now. Very nice leg C. That should still go to a D. That's the reason why I've been saying I'm not interested in doing any shorting right now. Maybe next week we'll have to start considering it, and it would only be a very brief short position. Someone just says short 65.76. So let's see what we've got here, 65.76. So the high of this move right now went to 79.00, but the 9 is still strong over the 14. The 5-minute chart is still strong in leg C. It could become a peak C in another couple of minutes, and it's only a leg B. So if it's going to be a short, it has to be it has to happen right now, and it has to go quickly under 65.70. Right now, it's stalling, but I think there's still some strength that I'm looking at. We'll see. Okay, next thing I want to look at, did that. And I want to go to, because there's just so much going on. So a question came up. Could you look at your 3 stocks that you always mention as kind of market seers? Seers, I like that. Okay. GE, almost at an all-time high. Yesterday. Today it's at an all-time high of 286.91. Gosh, and I never added to our position from the 197 area, 198. That was silly. Leg E. You've got, what was the other? Hood, Robin Hood. Now, you remember I spoke about this yesterday, and over the past, a month and a half, 2 months, I've been saying stocks that go to this is all in my memory. I have done no research per se, and now you're getting the arching over of that 1-minute chart. So you want to see the 65.70 level very quickly. All right, so the GE is at 284, but what I said was Robin Hood, we still have a small position left at 16, is at 120, but stocks that go to 94 very often go to 204, 205 very quickly. Well, yesterday it went to 123.44. So it went to 94, then it went to 104, and now it's at 123.44. Today it's at 120. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
So we were looking at, so we were looking at Robinhood, and I said stocks that go to 95 very quickly go to 104, and then they take a little bit of a breather, and then they move on to 124. Well, Robinhood did that very quickly. It went from just the most recent decline to just on the 95 level, and then it ran up in 5 sessions. It went right through the 104 and went to almost 124. Yesterday it went to 123.44, and today it's at 337, 120.79. The other thing that we're looking for is within the context of, what was it? The other one was Microsoft. So what I've been talking about is this really diverse market. At this particular point, you've got stocks like a Microsoft, which is just can't get out of its own way. You've got stocks like Apple, just can't today. It's bouncing a little bit, but it really can't get out of its own way. And yet you've got an Oracle that comes just out of the blue. It's just tootling along down in the 220 level. Whoosh, it screams up to the 340s, and now today it's down 13 at 315. And I think that's what we're looking at. And this kind of diversity within the smorgasbord of the market is telling me that it's becoming a little bit more focused, and the stocks that have done best are continuing to do very well, and the stocks that are kind of struggling continue to struggle. Now, let me just show you how the process of a rollover can work. Let me go back to in the den question about just a statement out there, shorting at 65.76. It's down at 65.73 right now. Look at this, how it took its time. Look how this green 9-period moving average in the 1-minute chart of the E-mini has taken all this time, and it's only now just about to cross. It hasn't even crossed green yet. This is how many bars from 10:09 this morning at 65.79. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And even on this 12th bar, the green 9-period moving average is holding well. And that's what I've been trying to emphasize, how this beauty of the 914 can keep you in a trade longer than you anticipate. It's just quite remarkable. And I just need to do this for 1 second. just to go back here to show you, look, the Dow was making this, Dow, INDU. The Dow was making this rectangle formation, sideways rectangle formation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 since that big spike. Let's go to the 17th bar. For 16 bars, it's been in this rectangle, and that green 9-period moving average has just been absolutely solid, strong. And that's the reason why we've remained long. We haven't wanted a short. And look what happened today. It pops up to a leg C. And that's all I'm saying. And I'm going to go back to this 1 minute chart to show the beauty of this particular instrument, this 914 that I developed a long time ago. The 9-period exponential moving average crossing over the 14 is positive. It goes green, and when it goes under the 14, it goes pink. And look, it's struggling. I think it's going to go pink, but look at the time it's taken. And we're still only at 65.73. There could be one whoosh, as I said before. 65.70 is still the number to be looking at. We'll come back to this in a moment. So I didn't want to do that. Next question came in. I needed to do it. I'll do this quickly. TLT. TLT is up a little bit, up 57 cents on leg E. That means the TVT, that's the yields, coming down. Yield is coming down to a lower low. Remember I said there's the arch formation. That's what it looks like. If the price points within the market itself are suggesting that yields are coming down, and it's kind of doing the work for the Fed. It's doing the Fed's work right now for it. All right. I've done that. Just a real quick crude oil once again. Crude oil down quite sharply, down $1.17. Look, going nowhere. And the 9-period moving average we've still got another day and a half to go, today and tomorrow, to see if the 9-period moving average on the weekly chart flips to pink. That'll be the first time it's gone pink since it crossed to green way back in June. So we're going to be watching that for crude oil. It's actually a good sign geopolitically. Okay, now with that said, I had a question about DDD. This used to be a favorite of ours. This has been off the radar for maybe, 2 years? Is it more? Yeah, more. DDD is 3D systems. Oh, I lost all my notation. It screamed once upon a time up to the 57, if I remember correctly. Let me check. 56.50 was the high in February of 2021. In the interim, it's been tootling along in between not even 5, but all the way down to, $1.80 or something was that? $1.33. $1.32 in June of 2020, June, the week of the 27th of this year. And then it popped up to D. So the question is this coming back? And the answer is, look at this daily chart, how it's had such a wonderful succession of 3 weeks rest, spike up, 3 weeks rest, spike up, and now it's 3 weeks, and it hasn't yet been able to spike to a higher high. It did go to a peak D above the 200-period moving average. So 3D systems trading at 224, up 12 cents right now, up a whopping 5.6%. All I can say is that within the context of the weekly chart, that daily chart has done well and has really helped the weekly chart. The monthly chart, I don't even want to talk about it. It's horrible to look at. But look at this. Look at the strength. This goes peak A. Let me get the up arrow. Peak A, 9-period then crosses positive at B, goes to a C at the 200-period moving average, pulls back. Whoosh, it goes way above it into the 270s, comes all the way back down to the $2 level, and now it's gone. It bounces in the gray A because it's under the previous high, stalling at the 2.39 level. Let me do this. I'm going to say, because you really do look longer term, I'm going to say, why don't you start a small position? It's at $2.25. Put X amount of money into it, just a very small amount. Let's just say, if you had to buy 1,000, so it's 2,200 that you're putting. I wouldn't get carried away, and then I would just leave it. I'd say, you know what, it shouldn't go back under 1. So I'm risking a 50% loss. But there's a chance that if in the next, look the way it's acting over the last 6-7 days. Look at the way it's acting in the weekly charts, making higher highs and higher lows. Something is going on, and this fits in with that whole category of the small caps, right? I don't know if it's in the Russell 2000, but it's got the characteristic of the small cap. So I would just say start a position. I'm not even telling you how much. Just start a position here. Don't do anything. Anytime next week, if you just see it slip underneath the low of the 4th of September was 199. If it goes under 1, you're in at 225. Look, this is a longer term position. I'm just going to say to you, if this goes, today's low is 211, it's already 236, 226 now. It went to 236. Yeah, I don't want it to go underneath the low of the 4th of $1.99. I'm just going to say, if this takes out anytime in the next week, from tomorrow all the way through the following Friday, options expiration, if it takes out 205, if it goes under 205, give me a yell and we'll have to reassess. But in the meantime, I would say just get your toes in the water. It might be very cold, but just tickle the water. I'll be right back. Dow's up 498.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
So my rule of thumb is that in a long, narrow rectangle, the price movement, the narrow price movement, can last a lot longer than your patience. And here, look at this. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 30 bars, and the price hasn't broken above the high of the 1 minute chart of 65.79, but it also hasn't broken below the low of 65.71. I mean, how's that for a narrow trading range after all of this? And it's still continuing to go sideways. And then the rule of thumb says, if within that you can get a peak A, B, C, and even a D that goes above the trend line resistance, and then it comes back and takes out halfway of the rectangle, be careful, because not only could it retest the bottom border low, but it could take it out. And then I drew in the cup formation. This is a bowl formation is really what I always look at. And that bowl formation says there should be a kind of a lip on the left side. So it's the quoro, that's the semicircle, quarter of a semicircle, quoro, going towards the quoro on the right like a boat, the hull of a boat, and it should tackle, or at least attempt, just to tag the left side high, and that would be 65.79. And look at this. So you've gone now, this is right there. And it's trying to get there, but it's so far fading. And the rule of thumb also says that the longer it takes on the upside, we saw this on the downside where at the very end of the day, we just suddenly saw a spike in the 1 minute chart it was, I think, in the E-mini the other day, and the price ran to the high. This is the one that says it's got to go not just slightly above, but it's got to break right out of the of this particular narrow channel, because that'll start a move to the upside. But the trouble is, 1/4 point above that high on the left side starts leg D in the weekly chart. And we're almost there. Whoa, be careful, right? We're almost there. A little messy, but I like to keep I like to show the price action and the particular technique that's involved. We did a left side, right side price tie match. It's taken just a little longer. There you are. Now it's spiked above. This is the spike that has to go quite a lot above. So remember, I was saying earlier on that what a wonderful technique it is. This 9-period moving average can keep you in a trade a lot longer than you would anticipate. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th 5-minute bar. So that's 30 minutes. This is the 31st minute, and we're breaking out, but we're breaking out quite strongly. So what I normally would have done, I was busy talking, so I didn't do it. I would have put a gray A. I'm not changing the color just yet. A gray B. It's blue. It should be gray. And this is now a C, but it's also an overlapping wave. So it could be an F/C. So I put it in. These are the techniques. This is what's guiding you. This is getting you through the Straits of Gibraltar. But here's your leg D. Look how strong that D is now. And this is only a leg C in the 10-minute chart. Think daily, weekly, monthly. This is 1 minute chart. And look how strong. The 9-period moving average just crossed positive. Look at that. So that's a boost. So that's why I was saying that this could very well be, and I wasn't in it because I'm busy doing the show and I got out early. I did the click to get in and then I got a click to get out. I can't complain, it was very nice. But look at this, it's gone much, much higher. And it's only a leg C in the 10-minute chart. And the rule of thumb is a buy signal that goes to a buy mode. This is in a buy mode. Should see this 10-minute chart go to at least a D. It's in a D already in the 5-minute chart. It's an F/C in the 1-minute chart. Still walking the 9-period moving average. All right, that was a live lesson right here. Very nice. Okay, so that was the question on DDD. Next question came in. Where did it go? Oh, this is a really good question. Basil, IWM on the monthly chart, what turns a gray A into a regular A? I really have to do a live show one of these days to go through the Chapman wave notation, but it's a lot of work on my part, and I have no guarantee if anybody will even show up. It's a pity, because it's just, I mean, this is something that's been going on for 40-something years, right? The notation of the Chapman wave. IWM. So let's just follow this up, because it's not Technical Friday. Let's just treat it as a Technical Friday. So you see this gray A. Why is it gray? Because, first of all, the stochastic's under 80%. It's a 69. The MACD has crossed positive, and the gray line right here, the relative strength, is very good. The 9 is way over the 14, and the price is way over the 9. All of this is fantastically positive for the IWM iShares Russell 2000 ETF. This is the monthly chart. Now, just to clarify, I had spoken about this. We wanted to get in, but I had said to subscribers, I'm going for stuff that I could be wrong, but everything that I'm doing in my analysis says what we're trying to get into right in this whole phase, certainly this last month, everything needs to work right away. I want to garner profits right away, and then we can deal with it. I don't want to sit here saying, oh, I think it's, I want it in. And so far, I mean, for instance, we got into something just a couple of days ago, the 7, I don't want to discuss it right now. So it was in the 7s now. It is trading at 8, where is this? It's trading at 9.19. Now I need to just double check something. So so that's kind of what I want to do. We got into Irene, you remember, IREN in the 22s, and now it's at 33, and that was just, a week and a half ago or something like that. I just feel it's really important in this phase to garner as much, to accumulate as much in your kitty as possible, because we don't know what's going to happen next. There are all the signs that say this is just the mega bull market. You've waited forever. This is going to go to the coda stage. All of that stuff. I don't want to get into it. I just want to say that as far as I'm concerned, you've got to reap as much as possible in this particular phase, so that when we get to the very, very volatile 1,000 points up, 1,000 points down in the Dow, 100, 200 points in the S&P on a daily basis, you got to be able to handle it. All right. So with that said, so just to clarify, so we got into this one stock. It was, I believe, it was 8:30. Yeah, it was about 8:30, and that was just that was 8th, right? 8th. What are we today? We're the 11th. Yeah, just a few days ago. And today it's hit 9.19. So that's the kind of thing I'm trying to do for subscribers. Not sure it's going to keep working, but I'm doing my best. So this gray means that the moment this leg goes to 244, it will. But the moment it does it, if it's in this single leg A up, at 244.99, 1 penny above the all-time high of November of last year. I don't know why I put this year. That would be E/A, or might have made a peak by then, and maybe it's a B. And the reason is it didn't take out the low of 161.47, so it could still be in a single move up. I'll be back in a moment. We'll talk.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So a couple of things. In the Chapman wave methodology, initially I called it the 7-wave form, and then I found out no, it can actually go to it can go even higher. 7-wave form means that it goes up 1, down 2, up 3, and that means when you get to peak D, that's 7 waves. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 8th wave that makes D. I found that it's much easier, and at the time, what's his name was all over with his Elliott wave. Why would I even be forgetting his name right now? Prechter with his Elliott wave, and I didn't want to have any confusion. I made this, he had numbers and little Roman numbers, etc., all that. I just wanted alphabetical, uppercase A to D, G on the upside, lowercase A to G on the downside, simple. And you really, all you need to do is just keep counting A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But there's never an H, so you got to go back and see where you went wrong. Then I found that, no, you can actually have what I call the Chapman wave instant restart. The instant restart, we've got an instant restart in the weekly chart of the IWM, meaning within 3 bars, this is actually 3 bars right here, it went to a higher high above D. That becomes E, and in your mind you think E/A, F/B, G/C, and then it goes to a D. Okay? So the answer is that when this goes 1 penny above 244.98 on this side, after that low, technically it should just go to an E. But it could be a brand new A. But A says, what, A? You're still going to go to a B, a C, and a D. Do you realize that this would take you to, if this is still A, and we're in September, it means October would be peak A, November would be leg B, December would be peak B. You'd go into January before you got into a D. I don't want to take the responsibility right now to say that's what it's going to do. There could be an overlapping wave. It could be an E. It could even go to an F and then plunge. Who knows? All I'm saying is that I'll go A, and then when it goes above, I'll put E, blue E/A. All right, and it has to prove itself. Then I can go to the shorter time frame, the weekly chart. If this is an instant restart, that's still very, very positive. And even if it's not, it has this left side, right side price time match. Now it is, I have to change that because I had it as the low that was made, the plumb line right there. I said, I don't think that's going to work. I have to move it to the right. And to the right says, if I'm just do it visually right now, I'll do it later on. It says that by October, sometime in October, we should go to 244, actually 245 or higher, okay? So with that said, as we're speaking right now, this is going to a higher high. This becomes a G/A, B, G, the G/B. Oh, my goodness, that's really positive. All right, just for the moment, I'm just putting in G. Okay, so, and I've answered your question by saying, technically, if it goes to a higher high after this huge V-shaped pattern, the higher it goes, just like this 1 minute chart, the higher it goes afterwards above that resistance level, the greater the chances are. Now, what I did here, I meant to do this while I was talking. I put an F/C. And why did I do that as an F/C? I could have done a couple of things, and I should still do it. This is the 1 minute chart. When I get two parallel highs in the move up, I tend to take one and I turn it into a phantom peak. So that goes peak. This is now red. I'm making this into a Friday, technical Friday. I didn't mean to. And this is a D. Very often you get the D, but it does actually go to a real D and you move it up. But in the meantime, I'm just saying, look at this, the 9-period moving average. This is how many bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 5 is, So what have we got? We got over 40-something bars. And it's still, the 9 is over the 14. What a nice technique that is. Oh, what a horrible technique when you didn't follow through with what you said you were going to do. All right. So in other words, I'll go over this again in the next couple of weeks because it's going to be very important what happens in the iShares when it does break into the 245 or higher level. That's when we have to talk about this right side. What's the notation? Do we have to worry about it and why? Okay. So with that said, next question came in about GLXY. GLXY, Galaxy something or other, Galaxy Global Crypto, very nice move today. And the 9-period moving average cross positive. And this is a good, this is the action you want to see. That says it should go to a leg D in the weekly chart, GLXY, 2942 up 3.34, up 12.5%. That's really good. That should go to a higher high, above 33.17. That was the high of the 25th of July for peak C, and it should get to the D. Now, this is very interesting because you remember in the Bitcoin, it also has a peak C. And I said, I think it's going to take a while before it gets to the D. So there's a little relationship there, but at the same time, the 9-period moving average is holding beautifully in the weekly chart. The daily chart has gone from a peak A to a peak B to a leg C in a very short succession. I want those C's to be up there. This is kind of weak action, even though it looks quite good. So that's going to take a while before it gets to 125,200 and over 125,200 to make another leg to the upside to get to that D. All right. So with that said, I'm doing that. I need to just say to you that GLXY now has pushed the support level and the 9-period moving average has just crossed positive. The day is young, but if it stays like this, that's going to be very good. There's a cluster formation right there. The former rectangle had resistance at 38.84. Did I say 38? I mean 30. 30.84. So at 31, it breaks out and it makes it a real quick run to the high that was made right there at 33.12.17. But I need to give you support. Support is yesterday's high of 27.98, and I'd say 27.98 to today's low is 26.18. It should not take out today's low. This should be on a very short-term basis. I'm talking about a daily, I'd say on a 120-minute basis. The support at 27.20 to 26.70 should be very strong. Okay, did that. Another question came in. Oh, good question. Here's another one. Yeah. Oh, I didn't talk about that, and I should have. Let me just go back to the IWM. I use on-balance volume. I do have volume, and I use it. I've got the special technique I developed that says that could be a climactic reversal low. We've seen that in some issues. I said it happened in UNH. but I didn't think I could use UNH because it looked to me like, for everything I read, that there was legalities involved with this low that was made, and that was this low right here. But when I researched it a little bit more, the volume wasn't as excess of 39,990. We had seen 41,000 on the way down. I wanted to see way, way higher. But look at this, United Health.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So this is the SPY, which is an all-time high. It actually hit a round number high. Thank you, Dan, for pointing out 657.00. But the way it's looking, it looks to me like it could tag that quite easy. The day's young. Let's see where it goes. It's 656.60. Just a little hiccup and it takes it out. But in the meantime, okay. So there are a couple of questions. I'm going to write them down. I'm going to get them to them tomorrow. So another question came in. What was that mystery stock that you were talking about? I'm not going to mention it right now. Subscribers only just got into it. It's not fair. I need to have them have at least a decent gain in it. Well, actually, it's almost up 4.5% just today alone. Tomorrow maybe I'll talk about it. It was a single-digit stock, and I like that. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk about just as we were about to wrap up this part of the show is I didn't get to the Bitcoin. I don't think I did. Yeah, Bitcoin, I did. Of course I did. Leg C, and I said this leg C is really very small. I want to see C's power right through previous highs so that you can get your D way above. This is way below. It's even below the last high that was made back on the 22nd of August. And I've been saying I think that Bitcoin is in a little bit of a struggle. Now, what's so fascinating about this, look, IBIT This is we are long IBIT, still long. Has, of course, almost the same pattern. But what's interesting is the monthly chart, I've got it as leg D. If you go to the Bitcoin, I've got it as E. Why? Because it has been around longer. So I had to do chart to chart, but really it should be in leg E. And look at this. That was not an E right there because it missed going to an E by just a fraction. So you have to wait, and eventually it goes to the E. So I just needed to do that. There's, here, high-grade copper. As we go to the break, high-grade copper is up. That's a good sign. I'd like to see high-grade copper at 4.63. I'd like to see it actually tagging the 4.78, 4.73 to 4.78 level by next week. That'll be a good sign. So the Dow is up 527. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Check out my opening call daily newsletter.